Today I'm looking at clones who proved their loyalty through choices, sacrifice, and those moments where they could have folded and just didn't. Some of these picks are obvious, others are going to make you pause. Let's get into it. Number 8. Jesse. Jesse is one of the best examples of why clone loyalty is heartbreaking to watch. Before Order 66, he was a ride-or-die soldier of the 501st. He literally had the Republic symbol tattooed on his face. He backed Rex through Umbara, and he stood with him during the mission with Clone Force 99 on Annexes. Jesse believed in the Republic the way most people believe in air. But here's the gut punch. His loyalty never disappeared. It got hijacked. By the Siege of Mandalore, the inhibitor chip weaponizes that same devotion into something terrifying. Jesse becomes one of the clearest reminders in the entire show that loyalty without freedom is just a leash. And that matters because the tragedy of Jesse isn't that he turned on Ahsoka, it's that he never really had a choice. Number 7. Waxer. Waxer could fight, but what made him different was who he chose to care about in the middle of a war. On Ryloth, he and Boyle found Numa, a little Twilight girl hiding alone in the ruins. Waxer didn't treat her like a problem. He protected her. He learned a few words of her language. Later, he painted her image on his helmet so he'd carry her with him. That means something. Clones were built for combat, but Waxer decided to stay human anyway. He stayed loyal to compassion when nothing in his training asked him to. Okay, take note of that, because it keeps coming up the higher we go. Number 6. Kix. Kix doesn't always get the recognition he deserves, and honestly that's wild because his story might be the most insane one any clone has. He was a medic in the 501st, dedicated to keeping his brothers alive while everything around him exploded. That alone puts him on the list. Every army needs the guy making sure Rex is still breathing. But here's what makes Kix legendary. When he started uncovering the truth about the inhibitor chips after Fives died, the Separatists captured him before he could warn anyone. Then they put him in stasis. He woke up decades later, well into the era of the Empire, completely alone and out of time. His loyalty to his brothers literally outlasted the Republic itself. The man went to sleep trying to save his squad and woke up in a different galaxy. Number 5. Hauser. Hauser is the biggest pleasant surprise in the Bad Batch. He serves on Ryloth under the Empire, which already puts him in a rough spot, but the longer Imperial rule tightens, the more you can watch him calculating. He sees civilians being threatened, he sees the lies, and then he does something a lot of clones never got to do. He says no out loud, in public, in front of everyone. He tells his own men to put down their weapons. Some of them actually listen. That is real leadership, not just rebellion. Hauser knows exactly what the Empire does to clones who step out of line, and he still refuses to point a gun at the people he was supposed to protect. Later, he ends up connected to Rex's network, which feels completely right. When the system goes rotten, Hauser refuses to go rotten with it. Number 4. Cut Lawquane. Cut is the strangest entry here because he proves loyalty by walking away. He deserted the Grand Army of the Republic. He watched too many brothers die, decided this war was not his to keep bleeding for, and built a real life on Seleucami with his wife Sue and their kids Jack and Shea. Some fans hear deserter and stop listening, but I say that's a big mistake. Cut's loyalty shifted away from the machine and toward actual people. And when the Bad Batch showed up on his doorstep later, he didn't turn them away. He helped them escape. He helped his family get out before the Empire tightened its grip. Cut wasn't loyal to the Republic. He was loyal to the idea that clones deserved more than dying in somebody else's war. That's not disloyalty, that's clarity. Number 3. Echo. Echo has one of the worst journeys any clone gets. He comes up through Domino Squad, survives the Rishi outpost, helps defend Camino, gets captured during the Citadel mission, and the Separatists turn him into a living computer. They wire him into their battle network and use his brain like a piece of hardware. At that point, most people would just disappear somewhere quiet forever. Echo does the opposite. He comes back, rejoins his brothers, and eventually leaves Clone Force 99 specifically to work with Rex and help other clones still stuck under the Empire. His loyalty doesn't just survive everything they put him through, it gets bigger. He keeps zooming out until he's loyal to clones as a whole, not just the guys standing next to him. For someone the Separatists literally tried to turn into a machine, that's extraordinary. Don't forget to support the channel by hitting that like button, subscribing if you haven't already, and ringing the notification bell so you don't miss our next Clone Trooper video. Your support goes a long way and keeps us making videos. Now, back to the list. Number 2. Rex. Yeah, you already knew he was top 2. Rex is the gold standard of clone loyalty, and it's not even close. He was dedicated to his men, loyal to Anakin and Ahsoka, and brave enough to push back on orders when those orders would get people killed for nothing. The best loyalty was never mindless with Rex, it was earned, and it was specific. Then comes Order 66 on Mandalore. Rex fights the chip. He doesn't just hesitate, he actively uses the last seconds before it takes full control to tell Ahsoka to find Fives, giving her the clue she needs to remove the chip and save him. Then he keeps going. He survives, joins the fight against the Empire, and later serves with the Rebel Alliance. Rex stayed loyal across decades, not just in one dramatic moment. So why isn't he number 1? Because there's one clone whose loyalty was bigger than orders, bigger than survival, and bigger than the Republic itself, and it cost him everything. Number 1. Fives. Fives is the most loyal clone in Star Wars canon, and it's not even close. When Top's inhibitor chip malfunctioned during the Umbara campaign and caused him to kill a Jedi general, Fives could have stepped back and let the system bury it. He didn't. He kept digging. He figured out the chips were in every single clone. He tracked the conspiracy all the way to the door of the Supreme Chancellor himself. Think about what he's actually doing here. Nobody believes him. He's been drugged, framed, and hunted. The entire Republic apparatus is working to silence him, and he still keeps pushing because he is trying to save every single one of his brothers and every single Jedi from a plot none of them can see coming. His dying warning to Rex that the conspiracy went all the way to the top is one of the most painful moments in the Clone Wars because he was right. He figured it all out, and he was one conversation away from changing everything. That's why Fives is number 1. Rex is the face of clone loyalty. Echo is its heart, but Fives is its ultimate sacrifice. He died trying to save people who didn't even know they needed saving, and the galaxy paid for it. So that's the list. From Jesse's hijacked devotion to Fives going out swinging for everyone. If your ranking looks different, I already know the comments are about to be more chaotic than the Senate during a crisis. So drop your top picks down below. Until next time, remember, the clones were made to follow orders. The ones we remember most are the ones who proved they were more than that. May the Force be with you.